think this season for women's wear, we saw a lot of the trends that we talked about in men's carried over.
And I felt there was something very masculine about women's, in a good way. So Milan. So Prada.
Prada was amazing. And I think that she definitely did elements of military, which we saw.
Well, she started at men's. I mean, this was another show that was a continuation of men's, so I thought it was great. That Gigi Hadid look with the lace skirt was really amazing.
Amazing.
The outerwear there was really intense.
I think perfect for Canada.
Perfect for Canada. You definitely need to buy a big military boot, aggressive sole men's boot with soft feminine fabrics.
Yes. The row.
The row.
Always one of our favorites.
I love that big leather coat. Losing Carl was enormously sad for the whole industry and really for the history of fashion. But I think that Fendi was a lovely tribute to him. All the white collars felt like he would wear.
The perfect double-breasted jacket.
Yeah.
Victoria Beckham.
Which was incredible. Well, because she really delivered a ton of clothes for the customer. And she started a little bit of this story, varsity schoolgirl that I love. I'm super excited for that to hit the store. Burberry was amazing. Ricardo really did a combination of kind of urban street and very kind of lady, which is not easy to do in one show, but he did it. What else did you like in Milan?
Gucci.
Gucci, a disco inferno. I was really into the satin boot, the tall satin boot in green or pink or red. I thought it was beautiful. Moncler Genius was great.
I love this whole evolution of the voices of Moncler.
I like the Craig Green. I mean, I know it was on the ceiling on a kite, but I still liked it a lot.
Alix, Matthew Williams.
Yeah, I love that hardware.
The hardware that he did. And then, again, the military inspirations that we keep seeing.
There was a lot of military there.
I think the Richard Quinn one that we saw was a psychedelic trip.
I was really pleasantly surprised with Max Mara. Tons and tons of amazing clothes.
Amazing outerwear. The continuation of the teddy coat in fashion colors. All those 80s colors.
But I was really into the neutrals that you expect from Max Mara, but I think the shapes were more interesting. And there was a lot of layering. And I liked the big pockets. Really beautiful animal print sweater that was big and fluffy. I also thought that Cucinelli was beautiful. It felt a little younger and a little more sporty.
Argyle sweaters again.
Yeah,
so
listen,
varsity's a
the
trend.
varsity thing is definitely a trend. I guess that brings us to Paris. Chanel, losing Carl, big moment for the house. But a beautiful show, and so much for that Chanel customer to covet.
Right, I think the accessories obviously were amazing.
Yeah, I like those bright colored shearling bags. So Dior. Dior's great. I loved all the beading and the tulle.
I loved all the schoolboy jackets.
You also started the plaid discussion at Dior that we ultimately saw through Paris. Saint Laurent was beautiful.
I think Anthony Vaccarello is also really coming into his own at the brand. This is where we also saw strong shoulders. I know you don't want to say it, but 80s is a trend.
80s is a trend. I think it's not a trend for me because I lived through it. Celine was one of my favorite shows. The culottes and the high boots. I feel like everyone's gonna have that Celine high boot.
For sure. That classic jacket that it was covered in clear sequin. Givenchy.
It was the best evening,
Yes.
I think.
Evening, cocktail, black tie.
I think when all these designers are using heavy fabrics, that they're being careful to give the girl a waist.
Right.
LV was incredible. And it was a serious 80s moment. I thought the bags were incredible. Probably the best bags I have seen all season. Classic logo bag with many twists.
Balenciaga.
I love the bright colors.
Those saturated colors in outerwear, like the neons and the magentas. And we also saw like these teal greens too.
You also got that strong shoulder there. Listen, Valentino is a big evening show. I loved the jumpsuit with the floral,
Yeah.
the green
The lace
jumpsuit.
jumpsuit was cool
Lace
too.
jumpsuit was great. It was a little bare, but I thought it was beautiful. Back to New York, Marc Jacobs.
We haven't heard that name in the New York circuit for a while, and there was great evening pieces, day wear.
We're also adding his diffusion,
The Marc Jacobs.
the Marc Jacobs, which is an exciting new addition.
All the best pieces that he wants to layer into the wardrobe.
Yep, and it's like a little redo of grunge. So, top trends. Military,
His varsity, that we've seen
varsity,
so much of.
neutral, black,
But
black leather.
structured black.
Can you say leather?
Yeah.
I'm into the idea of buying some black leather.
Okay.
I think a bright colored shearling bag from Chanel would be the way to go. What shoes did you love?
That Celine knee-high boot, I really loved
Celine
it.
knee-high boot was, for me, hands down, best shoe of the season.
Right.
Coat season, definitely. I mean, a novelty coat though. No down parkas.
No.
I want to see a crazy coat on everyone.
So it's been a great season.
It's been a great season.
I love spending all this time
Where are
with
we
you.
going to go for the next trend walk?
I don't know, you gotta find out
You
when we
better
come back in
start
June.
thinking.